To start, we're going to protect this pretty little face of yours with SPF. A product I've been really liking lately is by Josie Maran, and it is the Protect and Perfect Argan Daily Moisturizer with SPF 47. This actually has a tint to it, so when it comes out, come on, you'll see it has a very dark color to it. Right now I have been on a couple beach vacations this month, so I actually am tan, which is, you know, not normal. Okay, now that I look like I have dirt splattered all over my face. So now that we have our SPF done, I'm going to go ahead today and be using another product that I really love for summertime, which is the True Match Lumi Cushion Foundation. Mine is in the shade W2 Light Ivory. The best way to apply this is with another sponge. So you're going to take that, press it in here, and you'll see the color transfers onto your sponge. And then just start to apply a nice thin layer across the skin. It's thin, and all you need is a sponge to touch up. So you can see that coverage starting to come through. My neck is quite a bit lighter still than my chest and my shoulders, so this foundation will help to even all of that out. And then I can go in with a little bit of bronzer onto my neck and to warm up the rest of my face. The next thing we're going to do is work on brows. So I'm going to fill them in first, and then we'll work on eyes. So I just have that base shape of the brow that I want. And I'm going to be using the Brow Stylist Prep and Shape Pro Kit in light to medium. And this is by L'Oreal. So it just comes in this little box. And you have a wax and a powder. I tend to use the powder only. And I don't use the little brush that comes in here just because it's too little for me and the bristles aren't really that nice. So I just take a little angled brush like this, dip into the powder, and I'm going to start up at the arch of my brow. Do the arch, and I'm kind of stamping the powder in like that. So you can see the difference this is going to make already. I really like to add the arch and the tail in particularly strong, and then feather in the color as you near the head of the brow. Next is eye makeup. I have been doing one specific look pretty much this entire month. I have to take a coffee break. So, let me show you it. I've moved you in a little bit so you can see the detail of the shadow a little easier. This eye look requires 3 shadows. It really, you could use 2, but I like to use 3 just for a little depth. So let me first show you the colors that we'll be using. The first color is by Bobbi Brown, and it is the eyeshadow single in the color Toast. So this is what it looks like. Compared to my skin, you know, I'd say it's a warm shade, warm to neutral, and it's probably 3 or 4 shades darker than my natural skin tone. The next color we're going to be using is also a single eyeshadow by Bobbi Brown, and this is the color Camel. So this is one that, if you've been an avid follower of Jaclyn Hill, back in her original tutorial days, she used to talk about the baby puke color. A lot of you will know what I'm talking about if you watch her, and this was one of her original shadows that she loves so much, which is why I bought it. I've probably had this for like definitely more than 5 years, and I go through phases of liking to use it. It's just so pretty, especially if you have like a little bit of yellow or green in your eyes. I feel like it brings those colors out really well. Also complements blue eyes. So I mean, I just described every eye color there really is, brown, green, or blue, but this color will look great and really bring out the lighter flecks of color within your eyes. And then the last color, this is the optional one. Of course, use whatever colors you have that are similar to these within your collection. You don't need to buy these specific ones. But this is a cheaper version, an alternative to the Bobbi Brown shadows. This single is from NYX, and this is the color Dance the Tides. So it's more of a terracotta than the Camel. It's got a little less yellow in it, more brown. These are all very warm shades, and I'll show you how I use them right now. So we're taking the first color, Camel, which is the lightest shade. I'm just taking a fluffy brush, something that can spread color quite easily within the crease and up towards the brow. And we're going to start windshield wiper motions and little circles. So just move this color. It doesn't have to be super precise. But you can see why it's important it's not too dark, because we are going quite close to the brow bone with this. And working it a little bit down here into the crease. You'll see right there, I'm just really blending it. You don't want it to be so dark that you can't gradiate it. You can move quite quickly with this color. If you have the appropriate color for transition, you'll know, because you don't have to be very particular with how you move it. It will just blend right into your skin. This is the color Camel, that second color that I showed you by Bobbi Brown. And I'm taking a slightly more defined fluffy brush, picking up the color, and we're going to concentrate this first right below the crease, and then further down onto the lid. Same thing over here, so I'm just starting slightly below the crease. Take that slightly darker shade, and I'm just going to pack this onto the lid for a little bit of extra. Do you see that to the eye? Just a little bit of extra intensity, mostly towards the lash line. So that's the shadow done. What I typically like to do is I'll add the slightest bit of shadow to underneath my eye, but I need to do concealer first. So let's work on that really quick. Today I'm going to be using what I use often, the Nars Soft Matte Complete Concealer, and this is in the shade Light 2.75, Canelle. I just take it on my finger, and I'm going to tap it right under the eye here. I got a little fun guy right here. Now let's finish up the eyes. Hello! Gosh, pay attention. I'm gonna go right under here. Barely, like that's actually a little bit too much, more than I like. But I'll do this, and I'll take the fluffy side. Make my own face. Mascara! Just use what you like. I mean, YouTube right now, I love watching makeup tutorials, but I'm getting kind of tired of everyone like really just talking about products instead of necessarily how to use them. Like, yes, we know a lot of new products come out and they want to talk about them, fine. For the woman who just wants to know how to apply her makeup, she wants to know how to apply her makeup, not how many new mascaras or eyeshadow palettes or highlighters you have in your collection as a YouTube beauty guru, or how many different mascaras you use and how expensive they are, and it's just too much. I think it's more about learning the technique. I'm just using 2 drugstore mascaras. Also with the false lashes, I'm just like, I can't, you know? Especially for everyday. Bronzer. This is it's discontinued, so it really doesn't matter, but it was from Elizabeth Arden, and if anyone has really good bronzer suggestions, something that looks like this, okay, I want you to see what it looks like on the skin. This bronzer has the prettiest sheen to it, but it does not look glittery on your face, and that's what I want, because I feel like this just looks so smooth on your skin. So I'm just taking it on a big fluffy brush. I go right here up in the center of my forehead. I mean, it looks like you're on vacation. This is what it reminds me of. When I was first dating my husband, we went to dinner and I was working for Clinique at the time, so that's when I bought this bronzer from the girl at the Elizabeth Arden counter. But we went out to dinner one night and I was wearing this and I was wearing something else that's discontinued from Clinique called Fresh Bloom Peony Blend Blush. So you can see it's on its last leg. I just don't want to give it up. But I was wearing those two things and he was like, wow, your skin looks really pretty. He's like, he said something like I looked like I was under candlelight or that I was glowing or something. And I was like, wow. So I've held them near and dear to me and I'm not giving them up, but I need to find replacements. It's the best. Sometimes I don't like to wear blush in the summer because I just want to look bronzy. So let's say for instance today I'm not going to, but I do want to highlight. So let's use something fun. This is the BeccaXJaclyn Hill collab. You know, everyone knows this. Mostly everyone has heard of this. And it's a Champagne Collection face palette. So you have all these beautiful colors. And today we're gonna use Champagne Pop. And I'm gonna go a little bit down the center of my nose. And then I like to add just a little bit right over the brow. Okay, yeah, basically I put it everywhere, but you know, you get the point. But first I'm gonna drink some coffee because I'm about to put a lip color on. Ain't as fun to drink coffee when you have a lip color on. Let's do, do I want to go all out with this? It could be kind of fun. We're doing it. I've used this once, but it's pretty cool. It's by Soap and Glory and it's the Spectaculips Matteallic, lots of puns here. Spectaculips Matteallic Matte Lip Cream Gold Dusk. This could look a little Star Trek-y, but you know. Ooh. Okay, it's not an every outfit kind of a thing, but I mean, okay. I kind of look like the Tin Man, but it's fine. Let's do the hair really quickly. This is KRISTINESS V1 Signature Hair Water. Smells like, oh, it smells like a spa, honestly, but in the best possible way. And I like to just put it in. It says, for all hair types, delicately fragrant, style reviving, moisture restoring superfine mist, and it totally is. Love it. Last thing is my sister-in-law is also a hairdresser and she got this for me, Amika Perk Up Dry Shampoo. And this also smells awesome. So I'm just gonna spray this in because, oh yes, my hair needs a little refreshing. And that is me in the summer. Hello everybody, I'm back. I feel like I've done 3 videos, so I really am not back for much. I can't. Fun story about this cup. This is what you won when you opened credit cards at Macy's. Someone just delivered something to my house. I was like, oh, that feeling when the doorbell rings when you be here by yourself, it's not fun.